Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on Superman issue 370. Now, I'm sorry it's been quite a week since I hadn't done any more reviews. I was mostly seeing my dad, basically seeing him for the week, and now that I'm back, I can basically keep doing my reviews. So, the cover pretty much has Superman battling Chemo, while holding a ship and shooting out a powerful blast. And the story starts off with Superman looking on at a model of the bottled city of Kandor, and has a flashback to the events where Brainiac shrunk the city, and how Superman battled him, and sometime later restored the city back to its size. And Superman says, "It's been difficult since then, knowing the last link with our heritage is a universe away, but we've tried to." And so he sees that there's a crisis going on about a meteor. And so you've got a guy called Joe Quinn, no relations to Harley Quinn, talking about doing a story as the motor industry that he worked at had replaced him with machines, and Lois Lane can't print the story as that it's more about progress. Again, I do think Lois is a bit selfish here. Again, this is a guy who's worked hard, and you can tell Lois doesn't really want to do the story. And of course, Jimmy Olsen throws a paper plane. And as soon as Perry White points out about a meteor coming in that, and you can tell Joe Quinn says, "Would I come to an end, huh? So where does that leave me?" And this is where he does get annoyed with Lois, and this is where I think Lois should have gone after him and tried to talk with him. And of course, Superman flies into space and punches the giant meteor, and some of the substance ends up basically knocking Joe Quinn in and pretty much fusing with the water. And of course, Superman flies back dressed up as Clark Kent, and yeah, Lois pretty much sees that Clark's back and makes a joke about it, and she finds out to her shock that Clark has the story. And of course, does think that she's doing this to get back at him. She thinks he's doing this to get that, and does get annoyed. And of course, Perry White has Lois and Clark to kind of inspect the crash site of the meteor after Superman did. And of course, you can tell that the team in that are trying to wait until the water's kind of settled and that. But Lois says, "Something's news, like no, it can't be him," which is Chemo. And of course, Chemo destroys the boat and that, and Superman manages to rescue Lois Lane, and even manages to rescue the other, people who were knocked overboard. And Clark comes up with a story saying that, yeah, Clark basically swallowed too much seawater and took him back, and heads to the motor place, where it turns out Joe Quinn as Chemo is destroying the things that had replaced him, and you can even tell his workers do miss him. And yeah, just as the ceiling comes through, Superman basically saves the workers and figures out that Chemo has a kind of human host or something, and so pretty much after getting to the center of the earth to burn off the chemicals in him, he ends up knocking Chemo and comes up with a big device to kind of get Joe Quinn back to normal. And of course, just as Chemo shows up with no longer a human host, he ends up knocking Chemo into the ocean. And after basically flying back and writing the Superman diary and that, he sees that there are some little people in the bottom city Kandor and wondered how they got there, which, yeah, we'll have to try and get the story off eBay. So this story is not really good. I think the thing is, I think what they were going for was a new version of Chemo. And I do have a theory they had to change it, probably because they couldn't go with a kind of more blandish story, and it just comes off as another standard in the mill Superman story. So the issue deserves a thumbs in the middle. Not good, not great, but it's kind of alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.